You know, I feel like I start off these videos saying this episode is fun a lot, but it's so true this season. While I am a little disappointed this wasn't a map episode, because I would just love to see Twilight's reaction when the map called Trixie, it was still a good setup. And honestly, having Starlight and Trixie just go visit a friend to help him out made it more personal. It's just nice to know that Thorax is keeping in touch with his friends, even if he's trying to leave the Changeling hive. Or is it a pack now? They seem to be going back and forth on that. Either way, it was cool to see them deal with a changeling that hadn't changed yet, even more so that it was Thorax's brother. Nothing like good old family drama to get things going. And oh no, he's red and black, and that's terrible for a reason. Personally, I really like that design, but then again, maybe I would. But it was really funny to see him just intimidate all the other changelings by still being an old changeling. Yeah, they're all just kind of jerks, weren't they? It's also interesting to see how the hive is really open now, and they haven't actually built it back up just to use the space from what was left. Although I can't help but wonder what's going to happen if it rains. I also wonder if the change is what helped the changelings develop more individual personalities. I mean, without Chrysalis there to tell them to just be warriors, it does seem like they have more freedom to be their own horse bug thing. I would like to see an episode just set in the hive and develop their new culture and way of living even more. Especially now that Pharynx has come around, and maybe he can teach them how to be somewhere between what they used to be and somewhere they are now. You know, open with feelings and sharing love, but still able to defend themselves when they need to. Especially if the Malwerve decides to come back, which is another great creature in Equestria that really I do hope we see again at some point. Honestly, at this point, I feel they could make a whole bestiary of just all the weird creatures that live in this world. I'd buy it. But, of course, the highlight for me of this episode was Starlight and Trixie. By Celestia, these two are just so much fun to watch together. And I don't care what anyone says, these two are definitely in a relationship. A bit of a strained relationship, but a relationship nonetheless. Just the fact that Starlight was able to change Trixie's mind with just a couple looks says it all to me. And I like that Trixie does seem to have learned a lesson from All Bottled Up, but she's still Trixie. She's still a lot of work, but it seems like Starlight's willing to put that in. Although she still needs to learn you can't just scream spells and they work. And I love Starlight giving the big rousing speech that didn't work. Yeah, that trope always makes me laugh. And it seems one of the things Starlight learned from Twilight was how to give an exposition dump. I do find it interesting how they were going to give up on Pharynx at first, because that's not really something you associate with this show. But honestly, it is kind of a lesson you do need to learn at some point in your life. But maybe not for the target audience of the show. I don't know, I'm always conflicted about putting that topic in the show. But, of course, being the show it is, it all worked out in the end, so hey, everyone's happy. Well, except for Thorax when he found out what Starlight and Trixie tried to do, but hey, good use of those assertive lessons from Ember there, buddy. And I love they called back to that. Again, continuity is strong this season. So yeah, overall this is a good episode, showing off more of our favorite dysfunctional duo, and how the Changelings have learned to live with their new status in life. I hope we get to see more of all of that later this season. But until that time, I'll just be here, ready to share all of my pony thoughts.